Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to talk about love and relationships and languaging around asking for what we want and redefining or defining what love means to us, because it's such big, open, expansive conversation and word, and it's really open to interpretation, and we can only interpret it through our own prior experiences. So we have, what's projected through media and films, rom-coms, maybe that's what love's supposed to be, or this, fluffy boy meets girl and, get married, or, maybe we look to our parents and, not many of us, I don't think with statistics, still have our parents together or experience, too many happy memories around those kind of unions. And really, without getting too personal about this, I think the old world definition of love, relationship, married was based on an old patriarchal model. It was all about ownership and safety. Women were property, so you took your wife if she was your property, and to make children, and it was this lots of different ideas around what it was about. And I don't think anyone ever really stopped to question what a relationship was or what they wanted, or even understood that they could possibly have a choice. It's just what you did. You just find someone you find physically attractive, or wealthy, or good genes, or I don't know, whatever is the party line for your being, and then you marry that person and you breed with that person and you just hope for the best. I don't know, I'm just sort of rambling around it, but I think we really are moving into this time of awakening consciousness and self-development, self-realignment. We're all on this healing path, whether we know it or not. As a collective consciousness, the human race is changing. We are in a transient time. We are moving from an old paradigm into a new paradigm. And it's a new consciousness, and we have new needs because we're much more self-aware. So I'm really thinking, when it comes to relationships, it's having the language to talk about these needs, to talk about what love is and what love means to us and what we want. So kind of moving out of these old, stale ideas of union or relationship. And it can be quite a struggle, because if I said to you now, I'm looking for love, I want someone to be in love with and to marry, that would mean something different to every single one of you, because you're filtering it through your own experience, and it means something different to me. So it's now going another layer deeper into what that actually is. How do I define love? What does that mean to me? So it's a really good idea to take some time, sit down and think about this. What does love mean to you? What do you want in a relationship, in a union with another being? So as I sat and thought about this, I was really realizing self-love is key. I've spent the last 5 years moving from my own woundings and my own states of depression into finding joy for myself, finding love for myself, and working so much around that. And now bringing that into relation with another being, what does that mean? Because I'm no longer looking to somebody else to fill me with love. That's my job, and I fully accept responsibility for that. It's my job to make me happy. It's my job to ensure my own bliss. And so in reflection, as in a relationship, I want somebody else who is also owning that aspect. So my new belief around relationships and around love and around divine union is thus: when two humans are awakening in their consciousness and on a path of self-discovery and self-realization and doing their inner work, what they really need, and to find the ultimate transcendence, is to be doing that work in relation to each other. So working as a mirror. So it's kind of like an agreement. It's like, I am going to be your mirror to shine back to you anything you need to see, so you can process any of your shadow work, integration work, and rise deeper into love, deeper into self-love and loving yourself. And it's like a co-facilitation of helping each other with each other's needs and wants, but with the ultimate goal for each other's self-realization and self-happiness. And it's all about boundaries, you know, finding where your boundaries are, you know, what is good for you and good for the other person, and not just giving for good to the other person if it's not serving you, you know, really finding a balance. And it's this freeness, and it's what it really means when love is free. If you truly love another being, then you just want their ultimate happiness, them to achieve their ultimate truth. And if that means that they're not giving you anything, or they're not going to be with you, then that's the disattachment from it, because you love that person, you want them to be free. It's like you can't manipulate, you can't control, and you never own another human being. You can just travel with them for a time, and you know, if they're traveling with you, and that's great. So it's like love without attachment is loving with your whole entire heart, not holding back for fear of not receiving. You know, you always give your all, and you know, for the betterment of the other person. That's love, when all you want is their highest good. And if they truly love you as a being, that's all they want for you in return. And I think this is how a conscious relationship, you know, is built upon that foundation, really. And yeah, moving into that. So when, you know, you were sort of like meeting people and trying to find language about explaining what it is we want, for me, and I've spoken to a lot of friends who are in this similar situation of, you know, I don't know, I want something serious, but it feels so sticky, you know, relationship, commitment, and you know, what does commitment mean? It feels like entrapment, and lots of us are quite scared of that, because you know, we have our pasts and we have past stories. And so yeah, I think that the language is, I want to commit to be in your mirror, for you to rise as high as you can and go as deep as you can into self-love, while I do the same, and with a real open honesty and conversation about how you feel. And then you can add in any of your other boundaries. You know, your boundary might be, if I share my body with you, I don't want you to share your body with other people. And if that's your boundary, you state it and you stick to it. And if the other person can't or doesn't want that, then you have to honour it. And this is the thing, it's about living fiercely in our truths, like fully 100% in our truth, and respecting the other beings to be in their truth, and then just trusting, fully surrender and trusting to the divine will, that what is for you, and what isn't. And sometimes you have to let go, and sometimes you have to say yes. So I hope you found that interesting. If you have any comments, I want to chat further about this subject, if you agree or disagree, please comment below, subscribe, like, share. I really would love to open conversation around this subject, because I think it's something we're all moving into, and you know, some people have been in conscious relationships for a while, and some are quite new to this. So yes, please share your thoughts on this subject. Thank you.